Cool. Okay, I will start the screen share.
All right.
If I can figure out how to. Oh my gosh. Right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm not gonna go like too in depth, but I want to like go over the game and just like generally how you played. Because like I said earlier, I think just guessing off of what you've said, I think your main problems are that you're either not shooting enough or you're not kind of taking enough angles like in the mid fight. Because like that's why
True.
a lot of DPS players feel kind of unimpactful because they're not actually like threatening kills or like forcing out cooldowns because they're not taking these angles. But we'll just see. We'll see. Okay. So like, I don't need to like explain how to play Zen. Like you probably get it right. Like you get you know.
Nah, I think I do. I think I do. Yeah.
Go go. I'm not gonna let you on like cooldowns unless I see it's like a big problem. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Just like a small thing, so like you lived, which is fine. But when you like see the enemies are like walking out on these zeros, right? So first, pay attention to like who they're playing because it's gonna dictate how you play. And then like look at where they're going. Like you can kind of like you can't like see it from your POV, but they don't go wide. Like they go right in here, so like you can kind of tell they're
Like
going up the stairs.
I can predict it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you know if you don't see the hazard going up here, if you don't see the Genji right, like you can just assume they're kind of going in here. Then you pre-rotate to kind of avoid getting caught out here because what happens is that you get caught out and then the hazard jumps and then you kind of almost died.
Yeah.
But you lived, so that's fine. Cool. I wouldn't right click here because like there's no reason to because like you're already looking at enemies. You just need to be holding left click here and actually shooting because when you shoot, they're gonna get forced back. I think this may be a recurring theme potentially.
I
Just
think I right clicked because he was deflecting, but yeah, it was like of instinct thing,
yeah,
like
yeah,
not
yeah. That's
naturally
fine.
thinking.
Like in
Yeah.
in in this situation, if you see Genji deflecting, you can kind of like flick to the left a little bit just to see what's going on because Genji's deflecting. He isn't doing anything right. So you just like flick to the left and just shoot, and like you're kind of in a bad spot, so it's kind of hard to do. But you don't really need to right click because he's already in your face. Like generally, you want to right click when you can't see people and you're coming around a corner or they're coming around a corner because obviously it's like a big burst. But when you actively see people, you should just left click because it's going to be more damage over time. Mm-mm. Okay, orb's fine. Good shots. Yeah, we're playing kind of like passive right now. We're not really doing too much. Like after you kill the hazard here, where do you think you could go to get an angle to shoot people?
Mm, I like. I think I should go like behind and jump down maybe because if I go too forward, like they have a lot of mobility champs. I think I die if I go forward. Maybe go back, like
Um,
where the long angle is.
I mean you could, but I'd say because you killed the hazard, it's very unlikely that like these guys are gonna come up and try and kill you. And like if they do, they're just getting a bad trade. So what you could do is go over here and just shoot. I wouldn't drop because it's you're gonna drop into a bad spot.
Yeah.
But you can go over here to shoot people, and then you're doing damage and you're putting pressure on people. Or just like a simpler option, kind of go wide over here, and then you can shoot these guys. And like even if the Genji and the Echo want to come up, I mean like you have your team here. It's fine. And like if they
Yeah.
kill you, I mean mechanic stuff. Like I don't know, right? Yeah, it's like really like they shouldn't kill you there because there's too many people to like stop them from getting value there. It's like this whole time not shooting, not shooting. We're not really doing anything, right? And this is why fights might feel hard to win because you're not doing anything in the nicest way possible, right?
Hmm.
I like that you rotated to go for the Mora here. This is cool. Watch Point is like a tricky map. Yeah, dying there is unfortunate. Watch Point is a tricky map for Zen because there's only so many positions you can like realistically play in, especially against like these heroes. But like what I would do when your team is kind of in this position, you start playing kind of over here because this is going to give you the easiest access to shooting people. It's not too close, and you can run away if you need to, like back here and then up the stairs, right?
Yeah, true.
This, I mean, you lucky you got shit on, so it's whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna blame that too much. So, like, the big thing on Zen is you really do just want to be shooting your gun as much as possible, like all the time, if you can, unless the enemies are like in spawn or something, right? Because the more damage you do, the more pressure you're putting on, and then the enemies are gonna get low, cooldowns are gonna get forced out, and that's gonna make it easier for your team to win. Okay, I like that you're going on the high ground here to contest the Winston. This is good. That's a good right click, right? So like, why is this right click good?
Because like I'm peeking, I'm trying to quick peek, and if they see me, I just go behind cover again.
Yeah. And like basically, like the reason why this is good is because you're kind of, maybe you're not catching him off guard, but you're coming around the corner with a bunch of burst damage, right? Like he probably wasn't expecting you to be right there, right? Because like he turns, you're right there. Right click is good for getting like a bunch of burst damage. And that's why you don't want to use it when they can see you, because I'm sure you've had moments where like you're trying to right click people, but they're looking at you and it's really hard to hit, right? Your team's dead, so it's just you just kind of lose the fight. It's okay. Yeah. So I think problem number one, just off the bat, I think you're right clicking too much. Just offer it.
Could be true. Yeah, I think I noticed that sometime. Could be cool.
Because like now that we've kind of spoke about it, you might notice in your gameplay, oh man, I'm not really shooting. I'm kind of just holding right click. And obviously there's times to use right click, but if you can just shoot enemies anyway, and like they already know where you are, you may as well just shoot at them. Because like here, for example, instead of right clicking, just try and widen the angle and push him and shoot the Winston. Like there's no reason to be like afraid. You can see this guy, you just need to kind of shoot him. That's it. And like the reason you can do this is because you've got trans, obviously, and like you're not super afraid. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see what you do here. Okay, I like the idea, but the angle is kind of bad, right? And I'll explain this quickly. So Winston goes in, and like you can see him here. Where do you think the enemies are gonna go to if they're standing here and then a Winston pushes them and they have to back up? Like where are they
Yeah,
gonna
they're
go?
gonna go right side. Yeah.
They're gonna go over here, but where you went was kind of on the left, but there's no one here. If you went over here, you could maybe get a right click, kill someone, and then just beam them. And then if they see you on this angle, because this is like a pretty good off angle, then you can just run away, and you've caused like a distraction. Pretty minor, but you just went on the wrong side, and you kind of missed out on the value. Cool, this is good. Yeah, like that's basically what you should do. And the reason why this works, I think I already just explained it, but it's because you catch the enemies off guard. Like the Mora doesn't know you're here, and then by the time you do start shooting, she's already taken a bit of damage, and then she turns to like shoot at you, right? But then by the time she does, she's dead. So like that's what you need to do on Zen, a pretty decent amount, like when you can. Okay, good trans. So like I'd like sure your Winston got nanoed and like that was a lot of value, but you also did your part to win that fight because you took a good angle when they were distracted and you killed them. So I'd say that was a pretty good fight on your part. Well, what is happening here? Okay, Ash is here. We gotta orb the Ash here, realistically. We gotta cancel right click, orb this guy. Even if he dies anyway, you have to do your part to like try. Right.
True.
But I mean,
my bad on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like a minor thing because he was probably gonna die anyway because of the healing reduction passive. But it's good to always keep an orb on someone. Okay, you just got.
My audio cue was messed up here. I heard him above me for some reason.
Ah, okay, that's fine. Because I was gonna say you gotta look at him and shoot about. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now you've got 2.3k damage in about 4 minutes. This is pretty good. Even though you've died a decent amount, you're actually getting like a pretty solid amount of value. Okay, we all that guy. Okay, yeah, like we're just we're right clicking, but like no shooting really, Like, you're fine in this position to shoot. Why do you think you're fine, like, to shoot here?
I mean, if they jump me, I can just jump down to my team. I don't really die here, I guess, if they even try to dive me.
Yeah. And, like, it's not specifically that you could jump down. I wouldn't even say jump down, but it's just you have the distance so that you can react to the enemies, like, getting on top of you, right? If you were, like, closer, it'd be harder to like, get away and live because you're too close. But, like, but you're at this, like, good range where you can shoot people, but you can also react if this monkey jumps over here and then you just run away. So
Yeah, I could live here, yeah.
yeah. But like now, because we've kind of forfeited the angle, we're not shooting, and that's obviously going to allow them to take more map control kind of for free. Okay, all that guy, good. Discord him, good. Your Discords so far have been fine. Like, there's nothing to really complain about in terms of your Discords. Right, now we need to move to somewhere to where we can shoot people. So like that could honestly be like over here or just up here, but we need to make it snappy. Right? Like we always want to be in a state of either shooting our gun, holding right click to shoot our gun, or moving so that we can do one of those two things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, this is fine. Cool, good kill. I mean, like, you're getting a pretty decent amount of value right now. But you could be getting more, and that's a good thing. I actually like you pushing the Winston here, just because he's kind of isolated, right? I don't know if you like meant to do this, but like
I think I actually remember what I thought. I thought here that basically like I almost have my trance. I just need to like start shooting so I can get trance ASAP.
that's a good idea.
So,
I just say like this is like a good play just because of how far away the Winston is. Usually you wouldn't want to like perma focus the tank, but in this situation he's in a really bad spot because he's low. His teammates are all the way in Timbuktu. This is a good play. Good shots. Now we need to move forward and shoot. Good right click. I can see what you want to do, but if the Winston's not giving it to you, don't don't bother, right? Because like this is like another moment of kind of time wasted not rotating, right? And like it might seem minor, but all of the time that like you're not doing something adds up. Like the time you were trying to help this Winston, who could you be shooting?
Could be shooting the Ash and save my Bastion, yeah.
Exactly, right? So you can see kind of how valuable damage actually is. Like it doesn't feel like it's that important on Zen, but like the more you shoot directly correlates with winning more. And like that's a fact.
True. Yeah, my bad.
Nah, it's all good. We're here to learn. Good shot, nice. Now, how do you play when you have transcendence? Like, what's the move?
Just probably play aggro, like just send an invincibility tool, you know?
Yeah.
I just deal damage if I get close to die, trance, and yeah.
Damn, that's fine.
Thinks people say trance should be used like selfishly.
Yeah, I'd say you should use it selfishly. Should you go on like super hard flanks? I mean, you can. It's tricky. You want to use it selfishly, but not like force it out for no reason because you're just in a random flank. Does that make sense? Like you want to be aggressive with it. Let's say like you this is a pretty aggressive spot, but it's not like stupidly all the way over here behind them where like your trans is just going to get forced out.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes you can use it for your team. It's like here, like after you've already shot the right click, right? We just need to shoot our gun. That like we can see them, they can see us. Left click, left click, left click. That's it. We're just we're wasting time holding right click when we could be shooting. Oh, W trans healing absolutely nobody. No, I'm kidding. Just so like why did you trans here? What's the motive? If you like remember.
No clue about this one. No clue about this one.
No clue? Okay, well let me give you the advice. You only really need to trans if you or someone else is gonna die. No one else over here is gonna die. Just you know that. You seem to just have used trans for no reason, that's fine. You know, I thought I'd give you the advice. Okay, this is good. See, I like this. You see, because you're doing like actual damage and you're actually left clicking, the Sigma's forced to back up a little bit and use his grasp, and now he can't play as aggressively. Now, you're in this like really weird position here where like the rotation's too long and you're in a really bad spot. So it's just kind of hashtag Joker. And like being in this position kind of comes down to the pre-fight setup, right? So if I can try and go back, I'm sorry if this is like disorientating. It's like right now you're here, and like this is a good spot to be in. Like you've already killed the Ash. You're in a pretty good spot. You don't really need to drop. Like there's no real reason. If you want to shoot these guys, go up here, right?
Mm.
Because what this is gonna do, it's gonna allow you to shoot people, but it's also gonna just like the high ground on this point is just so strong, and it gives you such a good advantage over the enemies. You would probably win this fight immediately if you were just like on this level, like somewhere along here, because of the pre-fight setup, and it's gonna allow you to kind of drop on the enemies, especially with Tranta. Because like I'm not saying you played bad in this instance, other than a few things. It's just that you were kind of fucked from the start. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I just like lost a good position. I didn't really play a good position.
Yeah, that's it. You just kind of dropped for no reason. You only want to drop if you can't shoot people, which you could, or if you're actually getting forced out, and neither of those were happening. Okay, I like this, but like we need to shoot, right? And I think you feel unconfident to peek. Why? What's like a reason here?
Mm, yeah, I guess I'm too scared. I think I'm just gonna, if I peek, I die.
Yeah, but like, why are you gonna die if you peek? Like, look at where you are right now.
I'm completely in the open.
Yeah, like you don't
No
feel
cover.
confident because basically, if you peek the corner, you have a pretty decent chance of dying anyway. But if they peek the corner, right? They peek. Let me get the camera. Oh wow, there's a Zen right here. So wait, like, where should you be to peek this same angle?
Probably behind the pillar.
Yeah, you could go behind the pillar, or like even safer, in this room, because it's basically pretty hard cover. You have a mini. You can go over here. You just don't
Yeah.
like as Zen naturally. You have no mobility cooldowns, no like defense cooldowns. You're just you. So your positioning has to be really good, and by really good, I mean you have to have cover next to you most times. You have to be kind of playing in a good distance so that you don't get shit on. But you also have to like be able to shoot, and like you die because you're kind of standing in this open space. You wouldn't die if you were in this room. It's just how it
Yeah.
is. And like that's kind of the tricky part as Zen, like when you're trying to first play him, because like you have to figure out, okay, how do I shoot people, and then how do I shoot people without dying as well, and it's a hard thing to get down, for sure. What's the stats looking like here? So we got 4K, 7 minutes, kind of low, but it's okay. Right. Sorry, I'm just okay. You're waiting at the bob. Okay, it's fine. We walk forward. Like this is good because you're walking forward to try and do damage, right? Like that's the whole point. Like you're going forward over here so that you can shoot the enemies right here. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Cool. So you need to just do this all the time. If the enemies are on the back foot, try and walk forward safely to try and catch up to them and shoot them. And then if your team's on the back foot, then you back up, but not so far to where you can't shoot people. Like right here, this is a great position because like, you can shoot, you've got cover, you're chill. You just need to actually you need to keep applying pressure. Maybe you wouldn't want to stand like on the corner now because they're coming forward, but then that's where you just move to a different angle, like further back. Yeah, we're just kind of right clicking too much. Like we have a lot of downtime in between our right clicks, which means we're just not really actually doing anything. Because I think about it, right? These right clicks over here, they're just gonna get outhilled basically, right? You're gonna right click, you're gonna do the damage. Like you did like a bunch of damage, and then by the time you do your next right click, all that health is just back up, right? So you basically
Oh yeah.
you're just wasting time. The trans, is it good? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, trans is
Keep
fine.
nanoed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Good trans. Okay, I got Shola. Kind of a risky situation, but I like it. At least you're doing something, right? Left click, this is good. Discord this guy. Nice. I think maybe you're getting a bit too greedy, and you're also not paying attention like to the echo. Like, did you even know this guy was back here?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, and like I'm not saying you actually have to be like, okay, let me just shoot this guy. I mean, you probably could. You could go behind the wall and shoot this guy. I'm just saying it's good to be aware, right? Because then you at least know. But I don't mind that you tried to kill Sig here because he was killable, but you just walked a little bit in the open, so it made it easy to like rock you, right? If you just stayed here, you can do the same damage, but you've got cover to dodge the rock.
Yep.
And then having cover is obviously going to allow you to live, which is going to increase your uptime, which means you're going to win more fights. Okay, but you win the round. I mean, so far I'm not seeing any like egregiously bad gameplay, right? Watch Point is an interesting map because there's not like too many off angles to take, right?
I don't enjoy it. Yeah.
I like it personally, but it's like
No, you
you're
don't.
doing fine. So I'd say just like your big main problem, you don't have enough uptime for kind of the reasons that I've went over. So like one of them's gonna be, you're right clicking too much instead of left clicking. Another reason's gonna be your positioning. It's like either you're in open space, so you feel scared to peek, or you're not like close enough, or just in a position to actually shoot. But luckily for you, all of these things are pretty easy to work on and fix. Okay. I won't comment on the right clicks anymore because it's just pointless. But there you're just right clicking.
I see them now. I
Yeah.
see them now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm fine. Too much. Yeah.
It's like here's fine, and like here is like kind of fine, but after you shoot this, we boom get in left click. Now to be fair, you did almost like kill the echo there, but she also killed you. How'd you die so fast? Oh, she just bodied you. Ah, okay, that's fine. I mean, if I had to say anything, you're kind of getting like too greedy. But like it's just kind of like a weird thing. You're just getting like a little bit too greedy, right? Because you peaked and then you re-peaked. If you didn't re-peak, you wouldn't have died. And
I
that
should have went high ground or something.
yeah, and that brings me to another point. I don't know if I have talked about it too much, but you don't want to kind of re-peak the same angle like pretty often. Sometimes you can, like when you're just playing main or like so I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So like you can repeat the same angle sometimes when you're like playing main. In this situation, you shouldn't have because she was looking at you. But in most cases, if you're like, I don't know, like over here, right, for example, when you see Winston up there, right click, you peek, and then you see Winston and they look at you, you just want to leave like every time. Because now they're aware of you in this position, so they're going to be likely to kind of jump if they still see you over there, meaning you're more likely to die. And dying is bad because no uptime. And yeah, you probably should have gone like up the stairs, right? Just like change the angle. I know I've been talking a lot. Is this all like making sense? I haven't really let you talk that much. I apologize for that.
I mean, I don't have nothing to say really. And like I'm understanding. Yeah. I'm seeing my mistakes. I think.
Okay, cool. Just like let me know if anything I say like isn't making sense. I'll clarify and stuff.
All right. All right.
And it's just fine. Yeah, you probably don't want to go like too far in just because you don't really know where they are. You want to wait for your team to figure out where they are, or like you want to wait for people to shoot so you can figure out where people are. Here, I think it's just kind of maybe like an awareness issue. Like you just didn't really like know that there was a guy here. That happens. It's fine.
Yep.
That happens. But like practically, I could say, oh yeah, you're kind of the one in front instead of your Winston. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of the first guy they see because like you're
Yeah, I
Winston.
walked up too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just walked up a little bit too far. Okay. You end up losing this game, right? If I remember correctly.
I won. I won.
Oh,
I
you
won.
won. Okay, nice, nice. I just assumed it was gonna be a loss.
Mm.
I like that you went to look for like a squishy to shoot that. That's good. Cool. There's a Moro shitting on your team. What is happening over here? Oh no, there's two. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I sort of assumed that my team just kind of took care of them, but they didn't.
Yeah, you
I
should
don't
you
know.
should you shouldn't you should never assume anyone is gonna do anything. Like in this situation, right? When like when monkey's bubbling, is there really a lot you can do? Like, let me go to a point where like we see the bubble. Like when you see the bubble, is there like a lot you can do, really? Unless you walk like really far in.
I think I tried to shoot the Juno,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
You try to shoot the Juno, but like it's not really like possible, right? Because she's behind the bubble. So what you
Yeah.
could do, and this comes back to like an awareness thing. Okay, so there's a monkey and a Juno here. Where the fuck is everyone else? So then you could do a 180, like see these guys like looking this way, hear these guys, and just like no. I'm not saying you have to go over there because it's kind of far away and you probably can't even shoot these guys. But you should at least like know what's going on so you have the choice to either go like over here or over here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So just
Yeah.
like literally it's actually as much as this 180 you did here. That's it. But I'm just assuming your brain didn't really like you said, you just kind of thought they would handle it, and that's fine. Just as long as you've got that like knowledge that there's something happening over there. Okay. We shoot this guy. We kind of have to. We don't have to back up. We're two up. Okay, let's go. Let's go forward. Yeah, it's fine. I was gonna say like what you could do is like go up here, try and catch people off guard, but there's no point because your monkey's already so far in.
Mm.
Okay, so you got the car, and that's great. But honestly, if I've got transit, right, and I see that my monkey's in there and we have all this space, I'm low-key just going to go forward and keep shooting. Because it's going to make it even harder for them to come in, right? Because all of you guys were kind of on the cart, like, cool, you're pushing it, but these guys are going to walk in for free. And it's like the value you get for having extra cart push is outweighed by, like, them not having pressure on them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I should
So
apply more
like instead
pressure.
of being on the cart, I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, but like you want to get in the mindset of like, okay, I want to shoot people. I want to shoot people. Especially when you've got trans, you can, allow yourself to kind of peek this door, be very aggressive and try and get a kill. And then you can go away or use trans if you need to. Whatever, right? You just want to you want to think about trying to be more aggressive. Because like the only reason that they don't touch is that because your monkey kind of plays this quite well. And he stuffs the choke. Okay. I actually think you right click more than left click this game, which is a feat that I've never seen before. Okay, you get burned. You are such a greedy person for peeking that, but I kind of respect it. Okay. My sleep actually messed you up there. Okay, good Discord. So much value, right? Like Zen is super strong. That guy just died instantly because of Discord and you
Yep.
shooting him, right? Like this is what Zen can do to a tank in 5v5. Imagine if you like actually locked in, no offense, and you just like shot everybody. They would just all die. I actually think you're probably above the like Diamond 1 level. You just like don't have it yet. But I think after this review, like you'll have it. So this is fine. You're just walking up to kill the Mora. Let me go over here. Yeah, I mean like your team's kind of just got a snowball going. It's the watch point snowball that happens. Okay, we keep going. I like this. Like you're playing a lot better on this attack. Like even if you're still right click syndrome, you're playing a lot better, right? Like there is a term called ebb and flow. Have you heard of it?
Nah, nah, I
Yeah.
haven't.
It's basically the idea that like team fights work in like waves, like sea waves. So like the sea tide goes in and it goes out, right? And it just
Mm.
repeats. Team fights are pretty similar to that, where if if one team goes forward, usually the other team's gonna go back, and like the other way around. So like if these guys go back, your team can go forward because that's just the flow of the fight. But for example, if these guys walk forward and we're in like a bad position, then we should move back or else we're gonna die. That's like ebb and flow. And the best way to follow it on Zen is trying to keep like the optimal distance to shoot people whilst also having like a good position. And like you're doing that pretty well, especially like in a intuitively as well. Because like, you see how the enemies back up and then you go forward. I'll try and show you, right? So look at how these guys back up, and then look at how you kind of go forward the same amount of distance. That's like that's basically the whole concept. And this concept just allows you to live more and do more damage because obviously you back up when you need to, and you go forward when you need to. Okay. I think you tried to orb that guy and it just failed. Right, we need to get off the cart. I like that you got off the cart here because it's just very open space. This is like, do not basically don't play the payload as Zen unless you need to and there's no one else on it. Do not be on the payload. You're better off being up here. Wait, can you see the little pointer on the screen?
No, I can't.
No, okay. So like you're better off being up here or even over here if the cart's pushed up a bit. You know, around here, just anywhere but the payload. Right?
Makes sense. Okay.
Because like everyone's going to be looking at the payload. They're not necessarily going to be paying attention to kind of these off angles, right? And like that's the whole point. You want to be off the payload so that you can catch people by surprise, right? For example,
Yep.
you could go from the payload because they see you here. So like that's where they think you are. You can move over here and then, you know, right click and then, oh, you've caught the Juno off guard. Why? Because she's looking at kind of like the payload's general direction, but not over here. That's the that's how you have impact on Zen. Doing damage is great, but doing this, like this is impact right here. And like you might not kill her, but like that's it. Like that, like if I could tell you what to do on Zen, it's this. Do this as much as possible.
Yep.
Alongside also shooting, right? So like you start shooting, and then the fight starts, angle, shoot guy. If he dies, cool. If he doesn't die and looks at me, get out. That is literally the whole gameplay loop. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Enemy trans. Do we need trans? Let's see this. No. I mean, the Winston was jumping on you. I'll give you a pass. Obviously, make sure we finish trans in a good spot. Yeah, it's okay. You get primaled. Actually, you know what? You probably could have finished the trans back here, right? Like you had time. You didn't need to heal people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So like after you know you can play here for, you know, until now, but then you have to use the last couple of seconds to like get out, or else you're gonna die like you did. And that is gonna decrease your uptime, meaning that you're not gonna do anything in this fight, which is not good. But it is also good because now we can learn. Whether or not they win the fight is up for debate. They don't. Okay. Good shots. Could have discorded that guy, but good shots. Oh, your Anna just sledged you. Okay. Let's just chill. And see how the Mora comes forward. Right, like she walks in. So naturally, you're moving back. Like why are you moving back right now? And like this isn't a trick question. I'm asking why is it that you're moving back?
To take cover, of course.
Yeah, because she's coming forward at you, so then you back up so that you live. It's a very simple concept, right? But like that's the point of ebb and flow, is that you want to respect when people, or like when the enemies go forward. Unless you've got a big advantage, you should probably back up because you'll end up dying. And then the vice versa is also the case. So like you don't want to give the enemies like space to back up. You want to come forward and try and kill them. Okay, monkey goes on you. Good kick. And then you end up winning. Okay. Your attack was definitely a lot better than your defense for sure. I think maybe you could have gone like after you shoot the tracer here, I think you could probably go maybe over here, or you know, like you did kind of over here. It's just kind of dangerous because it's very close and you have to rotate through the open space here. And like that's why monkey jumped you, because it's kind of close. But it doesn't really matter. So I'd say you're actually a pretty good player. You kind of died a lot, but it's fine. And your main issues is definitely uptime, right? You know, it's been the whole point of this VOD. And there's like multiple facets. I would get like a notepad or a pen and paper open, right? Because like, this is big knowledge here. Okay.
Well, I got you. Wait.
Cool.
All right. I got one.
Okay, so your first problem is you just don't have enough uptime when it matters. And there's kind of 3 facets to that as to why it's not as high. So facet number 1 is that you right click too much. that's the simplest one. Just make sure you're actually using your fire modes correctly, as we've kind of discussed. Number two, your like especially on defense, your kind of rotations were very lacking, and you didn't try to move yourself in places to shoot people. Like on second point, for example, you were very hesitant to kind of move around to get to see the enemies. You were very kind of passive. You weren't trying to shoot people unless they walked into you, and it made it really easy for them to just kind of walk forward and live. Just make
Yep.
it cool. And then the third thing with uptime is that you just kind of die a lot, and that just comes down to your positioning, mostly just you're not playing close to cover and you're not respecting the distance. Like, remember when the Winston was over here? There was like a bunch of guys here, and then we were on the bridge. This is respecting distance because we're close enough to shoot, right? Like we're in a position to shoot the enemies, but it's also far enough away as to where like we're not in immediate danger or like so much danger, right? You need to find that like sweet spot between being able to easily shoot, but also not being too close. And like I know that might be like a lot at once, but if we quickly just look at your deaths, I won't like super analyze them, but if we just look at, let's say like these deaths, right? I mean, this is after the fight. This may be a nothing burger point, but I just want to like make sure. Here you kind of died to having no cover. I'm just quickly recapping. So like, yeah, sometimes you go a little bit too far forward when you don't need to. That seems to be your, maybe not like your common problem, but when the fight actually begins and it's getting active, you find yourself getting too close. But when the fight's not active, you find yourself too far away. You have to find that sweet spot in the middle. And I'd say that's kind of it. I know it's like a lot of things under one kind of umbrella, but I mean it's what matters, right? Anyway, did you find this kind of session helpful?
Dude, yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. I love this.
Cool. So just to kind of make sure you actually get shit done, like from this, I want you to like try and practice like these like specific things. So you don't have to practice everything at once. I kind of preach it in like in my videos, right? You don't do everything at once. Just get like a specific thing. So like, okay, I want my cover usage to be better. And maybe if you want to add it on top, you can add in like, okay, I want to have the good distance management as well. And then you just focus on those things, and then you just try and live and you try and shoot using those two things. Just like, I want you to make sure you're actually like practicing these things instead of just like, oh yeah, okay, that's cool, and then you don't work on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I gotta focus like really on the left clicking.
But like, yeah, I'd say your biggest problem and like the thing that would get like the most kind of like bang for your buck is definitely just like focusing on when to left click, when to right click. Because like right now your ratio is like honestly probably like 70 to 30. That should
Too much.
be at least 50-50, probably somewhere like maybe 30-70 instead. Like I'd say most of the time you definitely want to be left clicking because left clicking over like I don't know 10 seconds is like double the DPS of right clicking if that makes sense. Like over a time period you'll get
Yeah,
double the
yeah.
damage. And this was a really fun session. I enjoyed this. Zen is always a great hero to kind of review and watch, and I hope you kind of rank up a lot. And if you do, be sure to send me screenshots, okay? I'm very invested in
Uh,
seeing people actually like rank up and shit.
all right, bet. If I hit like Masters 3 or 2 or something, I'll send you. Yeah.
That sounds amazing, man. Anyway, thank you for coming on this call. Hope you have a great rest of your
Dude,
day, night, whatever.
dude,
Uh,
thank you so much. Dude, this was awesome.
cool.
This is so cool.
You're welcome, man. It was fun for me as well. Anyway, I will catch you later, man.
All right. Goodbye.
Peace.